Plymouth in the LaVille School District. He lives in North Township. Local boy playing down here at the Academy. Good athlete.
Oh, 3rd and 8 from the Rockies 43.
Oh, sweep. Nice stop by Tremaine. Fumble, and
I think the Rockies have
I
it.
think the Rockies come up with it.
Recovered by Plymouth.
Recovered by number...
They unpile them. I'm not sure that
42, Matt Kramer.
The ball on the 42-yard line.
Now Matt making his presence felt here this afternoon as a pair of turnovers here against both teams in the first 5.5 minutes. Rockies will have the football on their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10, 6:45 left here in the first period. Rockies out of the eye. It's Myers and Coleman.
They're dropping back into a 5-4.
Myers straight ahead is going to get...
Oh, Adam kept the ball rather than pitching.
Good
Fumbles
decoy and
the
a
ball.
fumble.
Academy comes up with it. I don't know if the ground caused that or not. Apparently not.
That was a good decoy. I would have bet money Myers had that football. The Rockies have had 2 plays on offense and turned the ball over twice, and not a good start this afternoon.
First and 10, CMA. That's a Plymouth, 46.
One of the things that Adam has a tendency to do occasionally is carry that ball out like a loaf of bread, and when he's going to get hit, he's done a good job this year tucking it in, but in the jamboree and on that play right there, he got a helmet in the ball and it went flying out of there. So, oh, good stick.
Good quickness to get to Mishler.
Phil Bachman turned that play in and nailed him for about a 2-yard loss.
That's one thing that's been outstanding this year. The Plymouth's been able to get in the other team's backfield. The defense have just played outstanding.
I tell you, Bachman's playing with so much determination. He is an animal out there.
That'll be 2nd and about 11.
Up the middle.
Stapleton, the ball carrier.
Stopped by...
On the stop, 34, Dan Winkle.
Phil Bachman, I believe, was 54 on that
On the
stop.
stop, also 54, Phil Bachman.
We got a lot of help here with the announcer here. It makes our job a little easier, Rick.
Much. So it helps to have spotters.
You bet.
3rd and 7, CMA at the Plymouth 43.
So a 3rd down play facing the Eagles. 4:39 left here in the first period.
Big 3rd down play. They haven't converted on one yet. Looks like a rollout possible pitch. Oh, good hit by number 40, Chris Myers, and number 86, Nick Wise.
Good coverage.
86, Nick Wise.
So another 4th down for the Academy.
4th and 6, CMA.
Tell you, good punt right here, Rick. Could really put the Rockies in a deep hole, especially when we haven't taken care of the ball the first 2 series. 3rd time's the charm, though, isn't it, Rick?
We hope so.
That's what I've always heard. 3rd time's charm.
Colvin stands back at his own 10-yard
Oh, high
line.
punt. Look out, Rockies. You don't know where the ball's at? Stopped by number 33, Yates Walker. Down the ball on about the
15-yard line.
Pretty good punt in that situation.
That was an excellent punt. Got the ball high in the air, give the offense an opportunity to get down there and cover it. Rockies really didn't know where the ball was at.
Of course, the Rockies aren't used to playing in daylight.
Think the lights might bother their eyes, or the sun might bother their eyes, Rick?
Well, we'll see. Let's hope not. 1st and 10 from the 15. Go to the Rockies.
There goes Myers up the middle. He's wide open. Look at him protect that ball.
Good job by
Good
Myers.
run, about 16 yards. Chris Myers right up the gut.
Yeah, Rockies have a little breathing room now.
I'll tell you, in the absence of Ryan Stockberger, Chris Myers has just done an excellent job. He's our power back going up the middle, and he just hits with determination.
Reese is going to get...
Oh, nowhere to pitch. Nowhere to pitch.
Colvin was covered up.
That was a smart play on Adam Reese's part. He had nowhere to go with the ball, and he just tucked it in and went down.
2nd and 10, Plymouth.
So no gain on that play. It'll be 2nd and 10 from just over the 35-yard line. Actually, the ball looks like it's spotted on the 36. So 2nd and short 9.
Pending mark is down.
You know, Rick, I think I said that Myers had a 16-yard run. That was a 21-yard run.
Yes, it was. From the 15-yard line, line of scrimmage. No offsides against the Academy.
2nd and 5, Plymouth.
Now the Rockies have 2nd and 5. From about the 41-yard line.
There's a big run.
Yes,
Good.
indeed.
Get outside. Goodbye. He's gone. One little jab step, one guy to go around, and chalk that one up for the record books, Rick. I don't see any of those little yellow hankies out there.
Nope, that'll go as a Rockies touchdown. Rockies jump out here 6-0.
64 minus 5. That'd be a 59-yard run.
Of course, Ryan has a pair of 200-plus games out of the first 3. That's a good start to a third.
Ryan is very fast, but where he may be a little deceiving is he's full speed on 2 steps.
It's incredible. Now the Rockies will try for the point after. Be wheedling out of the Reese hold. Snap is good. The kick is up and good.
Oh, it's good.
Like it just went over the far upright. So the Rockies lead here, 7-0, 2:17 left here in the first period. We'll be back with more Rockies football after this pause. And welcome back to Culver Military Academy, where the Rockies have scored the touchdown, and the extra point is Jeremy Hardy prepares to
Kick by
kick.
Hardy. Oh, good kick. Will Mishler receives it. Straight up the middle. Oh, nowhere to go. 5 Rockies. Got him. Dan Weeks. Matt Kramer.
Matt Kramer and Dan Weeks on the stop for Plymouth. 1st and 10, CMA from their 25.
That was Hank Stapleton on the return. I better wait for their announcers. They know their players better than we do, Rick. Well, Rick, today we had a tremendous tailgate party Booster Club put on before the game started about 11:30. Had a lot of fans show up for that. We've got a nice crowd sitting on the other side.
Very good turnout.
A lot of people underneath the trees taking in the shade on this warm afternoon.
It's a great place to see a football game from.
This is tremendous. You know, there's probably people staying home and watching Notre Dame, and they could be here.
And a fumble. Football is loose, and the Rockies fall on it. It'll be Rockies football. I believe Bachman
That was
Weeks.
caused by Nick Wise, picked up by, looks like Dan Weeks must have recovered that fumble.
Plymouth takes over 1st and 10.
So good break for the Rockies as the Eagles now have their second turnover of the football game.
We don't have instant replay, do we, Rick?
Unfortunately not.
They're going to assume it was Dan Weeks that got that ball.
So 1st and 10 Rockies from the 24.
There goes,
As
all
the
right,
handoff
nice
to
hole at
Colvin.
the outside. Ryan gets 5 yards. Got what he could on that play, Rick.
Dove ahead for the extra 2.
Braxton Barber on the tackle for CMA.
That was a 6-yard carry.
2nd down, Plymouth.
It'll be 2nd and about 4 from the 18-yard line.
pitch to Colvin on the outside, big hold, steps out. Oh, look at him follow that block. He picked up an extra 3 yards on following the tail of that block. That was a beautiful run.
Who was that blocker?
The blocker was
Couldn't tell.
Justin Baker or Luke Orson. It might have been Luke that got out there, but I think it was Justin Baker. We need our block spotter.
That was a good job by Colvin reading it. So first and goal from the 9. 15 seconds left here in the first period.
Pitch out to Tremaine. Oh, nice cut. Good balance.
Mike's going to get about 4.
Andy Loescher on the stop score.
And the first period ends on that play with the Plymouth Rockies ahead 7-0. We'll be back with second quarter action here from Oliver Field on the campus of Culver Military Academy after this pause. And welcome back to Rockies football. This is Rick Warner along with Dale Kramer, our cameraman Jim Moyer. We begin to start the second period, and Dale, a pretty good first period for the Rockies. They had a couple early turnovers that didn't come back and bite them, and they lead here 7-0. Looking for more.
After the first 2 series where we had a turnover on the first play, we had a nice run by Chris Myers for 21 yards, a 59-yard run by Ryan Colvin for the first score. We recovered a fumble. We're close to punching in again. Rockies have recovered. Watch an off tackle with Myers right now. I'm second guessing here.
Second and goal from
and like
the 5.
I said, it'll go right to Colvin.
Good call.
Ryan picked up a yard, so it's going to be about 3rd and 3.
On the stop, 56, Andy Loescher.
See where they spot the football.
About to 3.5, maybe.
3rd and goal, Plymouth.
Looks like a very long 3.
I think it's 3 yards and 20 inches. What do you think, Rick?
Another great call. The sunlight helps our eyes, don't it, Dale?
Pardon me?
That sunlight helps our eyes.
Oh, yeah, we can see great up here.
Reese has the ball squirt loose, and Eagles are going to recover. Third Plymouth turnover gives the Eagles the football. I guess the only good thing there, they're deep in their own territory.
Reese took a lot of time trying to throw the ball on short, not dropping back, and the defensive end on the left side came back and blindsided him when he had his arm back. You're going to get a fumble most every time on that. That's unfortunate.
There's a game we played over here a couple years ago. Was very competitive, went into overtime.
We had several errors 2 years ago over here. Fumbles, interceptions, and I hope this isn't a repeat of what we saw then. They had a weapon 2 years ago that's just hard to replace in Mitch Henderson. He was just probably one of the best all-around athletes that the northern part of the state has seen in high school.
He was outstanding.
Matter of fact, he was drafted by the Yankees, but I believe he went on to college to play football.
He could
might get a little help from the Academy announcer here and might let us know where Mitch Henderson's at. We're just glad he's not here.
Yeah, he's not here today. That's good. Oh, he could do it basketball, baseball, as you mentioned.
Tremendous athlete.
Tremendous quarterback with a rifle arm. Very accurate. And now the Eagles looking at 2nd and 6 from the 15-yard line.
Oh, right up the middle, 37. Stopped by number 50, Dan Weeks.
On the stop, Dan Weeks.
Assist by, it was either Kramer or Bachman.
35 CMA.
So did Matt sleep much last night?
He slept like a baby.
How about you?
Slept like a baby.
Good deal.
Yeah, we're pretty comfortable with the protective gear and the equipment that he has.
Now 3rd and 5 for the Eagles from their own 17-yard line.
I think we're getting an opportunity to see Stapleton's arm right here. Oh, keeps the ball. Option. Stop
Ooh, what
by
a stick.
number 9, Tim Wheeling. 42, Matt Kramer. 54, Bachman.
Got handed a note from the PA announcer here at the Academy. Mitch Henderson is attending Princeton.
Princeton University. That might indicate that he's pretty smart academically as well.
Got some smarts. Go to Princeton. Well, I know it was our pleasure to see him play.
Brady Bird is back to punt. Gets a nice kick off. Fielded by Tremaine, going right.
About a 7 or 8 yard return for Mike. The Rockies will start off with good field position.
Looks like they're going to be on about the 44-yard line of the Academy.
Let's see if the Rockies can take a little bit better care of the football. They've already had 3 turnovers here in the first half. Very uncharacteristic. Rockies really have not done much to hurt themselves in this 3-0 start. Reese rolls under a lot of pressure, dumps it off, and incomplete to Tremaine.
Boy, Adam just got that off before he got nailed by 52, Mike Sykes. Just out of the reach of Mike Tremaine. Academy had that play well defended.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the Eagles' 44-yard line. 8:04 left here in the first half.
Tremaine off the inside, goes up the middle, gets what he can, picks up about 4 yards.
It's a good run by Tremaine to cut that back.
Cut right off the block of Chris Myers. If he'd have tried to go around Chris Myers on that block, he'd have probably got thrown for about a 2-yard loss. That was a great read off of the block.
He'll get 4 yards on that. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 40-yard line of the Eagles.
Tremaine up. Oh, nice cut outside. Baker's putting a nice block. There goes Tremaine off the tail of the block and down to the 10-yard line.
Justin Baker did a good job that time downfield.
He just kept pushing his man down the field, pushed him back another 10 yards for Mike Tremaine.
Now the Rockies in good shape again.
That was a big run for Mike. He picked up about 25 yards on that play.
1st and 10, Plymouth.
The ball sets at the 11, so the Rockies, if need be, have room to get a first down here.
About 35 yards.
Reese
on
the
keeps
keeper.
The ball tucked it in.
Adam Reese, the ball carrier.
Gets down to about the
Will Mishler,
5-yard line.
CMA.
Rocky's doing a good job decoying here this afternoon. I know I've been fooled several times, which isn't hard to do, but as long as the defense is fooled, that's what counts. Well, the ball's on the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5, and the Eagles are going to call a timeout with 6:26 left here before halftime. We'll be back. Rockies lead 7-zip. Welcome back following the Academy timeout. Rockies looking at 2nd and 5 from the 6-yard line. 6:26 left here before halftime. See what the Rockies do. Handoff.
Handoff to Tremaine, straight forward. He's in.
That'll be a Rocky touchdown.
Run by Mike Tremaine.
Get a 6-yard gallop for Mike Tremaine, and the Rockies are on the board again and lead here 13-0. Not for the Rocky turnovers, this game could be well out of hand already. Tim Wheeling's on for the point after.
Looks like he's going to kick out of a mud hole.
And straight through. Rockies lead 14-zip, 6:21 left as you see on your screen. We'll be back with more Rockies football after this pause.